Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. We are thankful to the Lord for this opportunity that He has given us. We are still in the midst of this pandemic. We are still under quarantine. We still cannot go to the church to celebrate public worship together. And yet we are together now. No, kahit na hindi tayo magkakasama sa iisang tumpok lang, no, sa iisang lugar lamang, tayo ay nasa kanya-kanya nating mga tahanan, nasa ating mga gates ng ating mga bahay, and we are together as the body of Christ. This is the expression of how strong our faith is. We live out our being the mystical body of the Lord. Ito ang katawan ng Panginoon, buhay kahit may krisis. And we offer this sacrifice of the Mass for our safety. We offer the sacrifice of the Mass for the intentions of all the families here in our parish, particularly in this area. No, sa gitna ng ating mga takot at kaba, ay pinanghahawakan natin ang pag-ibig ni Kristo para sa ating lahat. At sa gitna ng pandemyang ito, hindi lamang takot, hindi lamang kaba at pangamba ang namamayani. Bukod doon at mas higit pa nga doon ay ang mabubuting bagay na nakikita natin sa gitna ng pagsubok na ito. Of course, no, marami pa ring mga negatibong bagay. No? Kung magbabasa kayo ng balita ngayon, no, of course, I'm sure you are aware of what is happening, no, in the government today. No, just a while ago before I came here, no, it was forwarded to me a copy of a resolution or a law or a bill, no, in Congress being passed, no, making it an optional, or hindi nga optional eh. Parang ang gusto nila ay tanggalin na ang mga krus sa mga ospital. Tanggalin ang mga krus sa mga ospital. We are being persecuted. The church is being persecuted. The goodness of the church is being persecuted. But we hold on to our faith. And we strongly believe that the goodness and the love of Christ overpowers everything. Kaya nga sabi dun sa gospel na ating narinig, no? He reminds us, you are the salt of the earth and the light of the world. Let your light shine. No? A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. No? Sabi ni Jesucristo yan. No? Let your light shine. Let others see your light. Father, akala ko ba, do not let your right hand know what your left hand is doing? Bakit let your light shine? No? Bakit kahayaan mong ang liwanag mo makita ng iba? No? We have to understand what Jesus is telling us. This light that He is talking about is not your own light, but the light that God grants you because of what He has inscribed in your heart. That God's own goodness inscribed in your humanity. No? Nung nilikha ka ng Diyos, isinulat sa puso mo yan. Binahagi ng Diyos ang kanyang kabutihan sa iyo. And so that is the light that Jesus is telling us today. Let the world see that goodness of God. Hayaan mo makita ng mundo kung gaano kabuti ang isang Kristiyano. Hayaan mo makita ng mundo kung gaano kabuti ang isang anak ng Diyos. Let's talk about that experience of goodness. No? Sabi nga ng kanta dati, gusto ko bukain, pero hindi ko magawa. No? Sabi ng kanta natin. Ano ba ibig sabihin nun? In the first reading for today, we hear of the prophet Elijah. No? From the book of Kings. Sabi, yung pinagtataguan ni Elijah, no? Run dry. Ibig sabihin, nawala ng pagkain, nawala ng inumin. The Lord told Elijah, sige, punta ka dun sa at may makikita ka doon isang widow. And Elijah obeyed the Lord. Elijah went to Sidon, and there in Zarephath, he found a widow. Fetch me a glass of water. At samahan mo na rin ang pagkain. Tinatranslate ko sa mas sensible na pamamaraan. Samahan mo na rin ang pagkain. And look at the reaction of the widow. The widow immediately stood up and was about to go into her house. When Elijah asked the woman, and I'm sure that widow was not familiar of Elijah. Hindi na kilala siguro si Elijah. But when Elijah spoke to the woman and said, "Give me a glass of water," the widow immediately stood up and was going to her house to fetch water for Elijah. Sinabi ni sa kanya, samahan mo na ng tinapay. No? At ang sabi ng widow, kasi konti na lang yung pagkain ko sa bahay. Pagkain na lang namin ng anak ko yun. Kapag ginawa ko ng tinapay, ko pa sa'yo yun, magugutom na kaming mag-ina. That image of the widow expresses that tension that we experience when we want to do something good. There is tension within, and that is brought about by our being limited and weak because of sin. There is a tension. Nararamdaman niyo ba yung minsan, no? Yung gustong-gusto mong tumulong, pero teka lang, baka mawala na ako. No? There's goodness in the woman. No? A widow. You know, in their culture, ang mga widow ay isa sa mga pinakaaba, pinakakawawa. Dahil kailangang magkaroon ng mister ang isang babae para maituring na siya'y significant sa community. Pag namatay ang kanyang mister, parang insignificant na siya. Aba, kawawa. Pero ano ang ginawa ng babae? No? Napakabilis niyang tumugon. Tumayo and was about to respond to the request, to the need of Elijah. Who knows goodness? Sinong may alam ng kabutihan? Sinong marunong magpakabuti? Yung kinikilala yung kanyang pagkaaba. Yung kinikilala yung kanyang pagiging, kaawa-awa. And come to think of it, we are all like the widow. In one way or another, tayo ay aba. Tayo ay maliit. Tayo ay pawang tumatanggap. Tayo ay pawang tumatanggap. Isa yan sa mga imagery na pagnilayan ko ngayong pandemic. Especially during the strictest quarantine we had. Kung saan talagang walang lumalabas, makikita mong dinadala ang relief goods kanino, hindi lang sa mahihirap, pati rin sa mga may kaya. No? A proof that there will always come a time that we will all have to receive. At ang pagtanggap ay hindi masama. Ang masama, yung kahit kaya mo na, gusto mo tatanggap ka lang. No? Pag ganun, batok-batukan natin para magising ng kaunti. No? But what the scripture is telling us is that we are all lowly people. Nothing is in our possession came from our own power. Nothing in our own possession came out of our own greatness. Everything that we have is from God. Lahat. And the most important elements of life, we cannot buy. The life that you have, the air that you breathe, the people, the loved ones you have around you. It is not out of your own power that you have them. It is because of the love and generosity of God. Sinong marunong magpakabuti? Ang kumikilala na siya'y tumatanggap. Ang kumikilala ay Aba. There's attention. There is goodness. And yet, because of sin and limitation and weakness, the widow also was worried about her future. Worried about her son. And so she said to Elijah, takot ako na magbigay. Kasi hindi ko alam kung hanggang kailan kami makasurvive. Anong sabi ni Elijah? Do not be afraid. Go and do as you propose. Do not be afraid. Because God promises, no, that the jar of flour will not go empty. That is the promise of Jesus. Let your light shine. Choose to do good things. Ipakita mo ang kabutihan. Huwag kang matakot na baka ikay maubusan dahil nangangako ang Diyos. Hindi kanya pababayaan. Mamamayani at mamamayani ang pagiging mabuti ng Diyos sa ating buhay. And the purpose of all these things, the ultimate goal of goodness, the ultimate goal of humility, the ultimate goal of showing people your light, the light that God has inscribed in your heart, is that they may glorify the Heavenly Father. They may glorify the Heavenly Father. And we have seen many instances during this pandemic of this manifestation of our light and of the goodness of our Father. Marami, napakarami. Bagamat maraming hindi magagandang bagay, marami pa rin ang magagandang bagay. Mabubuting bagay. Maraming tao ang hindi nababalita na gumagawa ng mabuti. Maraming tao ang humihinto sa mga gas stations, especially during the ECQ, at nag-aabot ng pagkain sa mga nagugutom. Kanina lang mayroon sa EDSA, na isang pamilya, na namimigay doon sa mga nagbabike ng reflectorized sash. Simpleng bagay. Pero pagpapakita ng kabutihan ng Diyos. Because the goodness of God desires that His children may receive life. The good that you do, its ultimate purpose is to give life to others. And by doing so, Christ's light shines on the world. And so today, my dear friends, as we thank the Lord for the many blessings that we receive from Him, we also ask Him to guide us so that every day, in everything we do, people may see the light of goodness. People may be inspired of our goodness so that they may praise and glorify our Heavenly Father. Do not be afraid to do good. Do not be afraid to remain good.